Have you ever wondered what the most optimal warding locations are for every lane? And how do you learn map awareness? Don't worry, because after this video you will know everything about warding and map awareness. Please enjoy the video. Hey guys, and welcome to this new guide. This time, instead of doing the casual how to play a champion guide, we're going to look at a very important aspect of the game: warding. And of course, with warding comes map awareness, because warding doesn't make sense if you don't look at that minimap. I will start this guide off with discussing the most optimal warding spots for every lane. Once that is done, I will teach you how to train yourself to look at that minimap regularly. I'll start with the bottom lane and end with the top lane, so let's get started. First up, you have to take a look at which side you are playing. For blue side or the bottom left side, you should have wards up at two important spots. One should be placed in front of the dragon pit. You always want to have vision of dragon because it's an important objective throughout the game. The other ward is placed on the lane itself, in the brush on the enemy side. This prevents lane ganks from happening and gives vision of the enemy support when he is camping in there. For the red side or the top right side, there are three locations which you want to ward. The first one is located in the tri-brush. This is where the jungler comes from most of the times, so it's necessary to ward this. The second one is placed at the dragon pit once again, to make sure you have vision of dragon. It also doesn't allow your enemy to walk through the river to gank unseen. The third ward is placed on the lane in the enemy brush. I already explained why for the other side. Then we also want to make use of pink wards. These are extremely effective and often stand there much longer than a normal ward. For blue side, you want to pink ward your brush behind the red buff. Enemies don't come there so often, so your ward will be very effective. Also, if you are ahead on lane, you can pink your tri-brush. If they want to destroy it, you can fight them and possibly even kill them. For red side, you can pink the little brush in the river. Most people don't walk directly through it or don't pay attention to it, plus it gives you some excellent vision over the river. The next lane, mid lane, is a bit harder to ward effectively because it has two open sides. Let's start with blue side again. The ward on the top side is positioned above the long brush on the enemy jungle territory. Here you can see a screenshot of what I mean. It shows you if the jungler goes into the river and it shows lane ganks. When you see him walk into the river, ping like crazy and position yourself on the bottom side of your lane. The other ward is placed in the banana brush on the bottom side. When enemies move through there, you will know that they will gank from the bottom side, so position yourself at the top side of mid to be safe. When the jungler comes on mid, just walk to top and there's nothing they can do. Red side works exactly the same because we have a perfect mirror map in this section of the map. Just move it to the other side of the map and you're done. For pink wards on mid, you can pink the little brush at Baron or you can pink the banana brush on your side. Then let's go over to top lane. Blue side usually only wards at the tri-brush because that is where the junglers are most likely going to come from. It's also a good idea to ward at Baron pit if you have an extra ward. For red side, you only have to ward the Baron pit. Warding the tri-brush is kinda useless because if the enemy jungler pops up there, you will most likely already be too late to react. It's nice if you pink the brush behind red buff though, because then you can see them coming if they decide to take the path behind red buff. It is also nice to keep in mind where you saw the enemy jungler the last time. If he was on the opposite side of the map, there's not really a need to ward yet. This will only make the ward less useful. Ward if you know he's on your side of the map or when you really don't have any clue where he is at all. Alright, so that's that for warding locations. This will be sufficient to get you through the laning phase. On every back, get one or two wards and place them when you are afraid of ganks. On your first back, get a pink ward. This is extremely good because they last so long. Let's go over to map awareness. This is one of the most important things in the game because it can save your life, save other people's lives, or grant you some kills if someone is low on HP and is walking towards your lane. The main reason why people in lower divisions don't ward is because they don't look at their minimap. Warding is useless if you don't use the vision, obviously. So how do we fix this? Well, I made up a good practice that will help you to look at your minimap. In a couple of games you will get used to it and it will become a second nature. There is a link in the description to a YouTube video that lasts 1 hour long. The video contains a sound that is played every 5 seconds. Once you hear the sound, it is time for you to look at your map. Run this video while you're playing the game and look at the minimap every time you hear the sound to improve your map awareness. In the beginning it might be tricky because you can't fully focus on the lane anymore, but after a while you will get used to it. Then you won't even notice you're doing it anymore. All you have to do is be consistent for like 1 to 3 games and you will master map awareness. Another tip for you is to put the minimap skill on 100 if you haven't done so already. A bigger map means you have a clearer view of what's going on. Alright guys, that's all there is to it. Use the warding locations I've given you, buy wards every time you go back, buy a pink ward on your first back, and use my video to help you with your map awareness. If you do that, I'm sure you will see big improvements over the next couple of days. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to press that like button and to subscribe. Good luck with your upcoming games and I hope to see you guys next time at my next video.